So I'm back with Judy. Judy, I met you about 10 days ago. How have you been?
I've been okay, thank you.
What's new?
What's new? Nothing. That it's becoming a little bit more warmer. I've noticed this last week. It's been a little bit warmer during the day, but still a little bit cooler in the nights.
How do you deal with the heat?
I find a lot of shade and a lot of bottled water if possible. I'm starting to look for cooler clothing like Indian cotton and things that'll keep me cooler. Rinsing off with the bottle of water, cooling down with wash rags.
And where were you up to when I approached you?
I was walking down the street heading south looking for some shade, preferably. I'm looking for some clothes, so whoever has boxes of clothes put out along the road. I've seen a few yard sale signs that I wanted to go check out, and I was heading for yard sales mainly.
Do you ever walk into like Goodwills and stuff for clothes?
No, I don't. I figure that why pay anything if I can get it for, gratis.
Right. And Judy, anything else been going on out here in those 10 days? I noticed there's a lot of people in the area where I interviewed you last time, just like more people seeking shade, huh?
True, yes, and they have a tendency to be in pockets like we were discussing before, and one would assume that it was drug pockets, but all it is pockets of shade and water for us to cool down in. So the misconception could be either or. But I think it's more for cooling down. Yes.
Another thing I noticed is lots of people in wheelchairs. Why do you think there's so many people with wheelchairs out here?
I have no idea. Just no idea. And I'd say 3/4 of them are new faces. I don't recognize any of them over the years that I've been out here. They're new faces, so I have no idea. Maybe they've come from somewhere else, another state, perhaps. I don't know.
It seems like they're released from like the hospitals or mental places around here, and they just head out to the streets in their wheelchair, and they're not able to join programs because they don't want to let go of their addiction. Does that apply for some of them?
Yes, I was just speaking with somebody that was in rehab for 5 days, and as soon as he got out, here he is down here. And I was doing some medical work on him as soon as I saw him. So I asked him, why didn't you just ask them to help him there at the hospital? I don't know why not.
What type of medical care were you providing?
He had, I think from being in the sun, he has spots on his skin, and could be a long time use of certain drugs where your skin has a tendency to pop out and boils. It was something like that, but it was on the top of his head where he couldn't see, so I was able to trim around it and get a good look at it and put this fear of God in him, so he's going to go back to the hospital to have it checked out.
What do you think it is, just a lesion? Do you think it's harmful or what?
I think it had pus in it already, but it could be from somebody burning him with a cigarette. That's what it looked like, or a pipe. It had a big enough circle on the top. He might have been sitting low and somebody hit his head. That's what it looked like, and he denied it. So who knows? They're gonna say what they're gonna say. It could have been because it was a big enough circle. Cigarette would be a little bit smaller, I would assume.
Do you ever see a lot of people arguing out here, fighting out here?
All the time. Excuse me. Yes, all the time. Girls and men fighting, ladies and gentlemen, yes.
What are they fighting about?
Just anything. Mainly it's over stealing their purses, stealing their backpacks, stealing their drugs. A lot of it's drugs. Like if they fall asleep, they wake up and their drugs are missing. It's mainly because they did the drug that knocked them out to sleep. So they're blaming the person that just happens to be there when they wake up. That's what I...
Yeah. Does that ever happen to you when you're asleep and you wake up, your stuff is gone? Does that ever happen to you?
Never, no, because I don't have stuff in things. I carry just one bag, and I'm come to terms that if they're going to take it, they're going to take it. So, and as far as drugs, I don't I never have money to buy the amount that they're talking about. One pill would be it.
One pill is all you can afford usually, or what?
Yeah, it's just that, and I can't see buying a boatload, and you know, that word gets around real fast that you have a lot on you, so they could conk you out and take it anyways, I would imagine.
You have to be real strategic about how much you buy and who's aware of how much money you have and whatnot.
Right. When you count your money, you turn your back away, and who picks you up to go to the store, who you ride with because they slide in and get with that individual perhaps that you're with. I find that real popular.
So those are just ways to survive out here, right?
Right. And the individuals I just so happen to see are very few, but they've been the same people over 5 to 10 years off and on. Yes, they've stayed with me that long.
Do you consider them friends?
I consider them, yes, because they've gotten things done for me where I couldn't have, as far as getting people from threatening me, from beating me up, from jumping me, or I yell and they hear it and they take it from there. My friends are not, everyday people. They come from a distance and they have career jobs, so they know where I'm coming from.
And you're talking about like professional people, lawyers, doctors.
Right. Rich men, poor men, begging and thieves. Yes, as such.
When do you think you might get out of here, Judy?
I used to think I'd get out next week, and now I don't even think about it. All I know is I still want to leave Arizona and go back to what I was doing in New York. Yes.
Do you think that'll happen soon?
It'll happen, but the word soon is too optimistic for me to say. Soon, who knows? I could have a proposition of some form of work that I do, and I'd be out of here like 2 hours. So who knows? 2 hours, 2 weeks. I can't predict the future. Would I accept the offers? I would have to weigh it out on how bad my health is and where I'm at and what the market is offering, the position that they're giving me or asking me to do. Yes.
How are you feeling health-wise?
I'm feeling better this week than I did when I saw you the first time. I have really not too bad aches and pains. I've been able to get it under control. I believe the heat probably has a little bit beneficial for it, for the aches and pains of the bones and, laying on the ground the majority of the time.
Where'd you sleep last night?
I slept on the ground in front of a small building that's been safe for me to sit in after store hours. It's good. I get out of there real early in the morning. It's just a safe place where I know there's cameras, something filming me and other people that are watching me from a distance, that nobody messes with me. That's my big worry.
Is that what you're looking for, like security, cameras when you try to go to sleep?
I look for where there's not a lot of people congregating. I look for not a lot of noises or people looking at me walking over to where I'm at. I kind of strategically look at it throughout the night to see if it'd be a good place after store hours, yes.
It's so unfortunate that you have to do that every single day.
Correct.
That's like no way to live,
No, it isn't, but I found that living in a condo or an apartment is no better if you live alone and somebody breaks into your place and has been doing things to you as such without your knowledge, and you wake up, somebody messing with you and you didn't even know it until you see the evidence of them being there through the night. I don't think it, unless you live in a place where there's roommates, which I'm more comfortable in, of course.
Yeah, I still like my chances in an apartment or a home because compared to the streets, you're out in the streets, right? Surrounded by all these people, they see you and you're more vulnerable. right? Cameras,
Right.
no cameras. You don't
Right.
have that protection of a door,
Correct.
windows locked, right?
Correct. And there's been hell to pay for that. Yes, you're right. Where I wish there was a door and somebody lying next to me that I knew. And yes.
When's the last time that happened? You had that in your life?
I mean, like going over to someone's home and sharing their bedroom? Probably 2 months. It's been about 2 months where I've shared a bedroom, yes.
Okay. There was safety and protection in that?
Yes, there was.
Okay. Friend of yours?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So Judy, it was really nice seeing you. Just want to say hi to you and see how you're doing, see how you're dealing with the heat, but please stay hydrated. I'm gonna get you some water, go get you some lunch. In the meantime, stay safe and I'll keep checking on you, okay?
Yes, very good. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.